Andrew McCart, IFLTV. I'm here with a very delighted. Just talk to me about your emotions. You've known Josh for over a decade now. Just talk to me about your emotions before we talk about the fight.
Yeah, do you know what? There's sometimes, I realise we had that period in between of his career, right, where we didn't promote him. But I met Josh prior to him going to the Olympics. And he always had this character about him. He always had the swag, the style, the ability to go all the way to the top of the sport, right? But it was always with him, his mind, and making sure he was 100% in the right place. And to see him go and do that tonight, you know, and he's never done it the easy way.
No.
You know what, after his 9th, 10th fight, was it? Or, you know, he took on Avanesian. He got beat, and that's where I say we're in such this fickle sport, right, where people are written off for testing themselves. And, you know, he worked so hard to get back to this point. He deserves it so much. I'm so happy for him. He did exactly what people said he wouldn't be able to. You know, he took the shots, he kept on coming, he kept on getting back up. And, yeah, I'm so proud of him. So happy for him.
Tell you what, he dropped the tough Murtazaliev.
Yeah.
I think it was in the fourth round, whatever it may be.
Doesn't matter now.
Doesn't matter now, does not matter. But, however, when he got dropped heavy, I looked in his eye because I was sitting in his corner, and it looked like it hurt him badly. He got buzzed, but that shows how much he wanted it tonight, didn't it?
Yeah, that grit, determined, and also he's been in those places where he's had those hard fights, and you know all of everything he's done to get to this point has made him ready for this point to become a world champion. And yeah, I'm so happy for him because he deserves it so much. He deserves every ounce of success, and these huge nights are there for him. And he's always had the superstar ability. He's got the looks. He can talk. You know, he's flashy in the ring.
Yep.
And yeah, to go in there against the guy no one wanted to fight in the division and do that, spectacular.
Again, seeing Adam Booth lost for words and in tears at the end as well.
Yeah, but
I mean, that just shows you how much.
Booth, yeah, but like he's been with him from start to finish, you know, and Josh has always believed in Adam Booth. You know, he's never looked anywhere else. He's never looked for excuses. You know, when he's lost, he's always believed in Adam Booth, and Adam Booth has always had this belief in Josh Kelly. You know, and what's it been, 9 years as a professional, 8-9 years, and he's always every step of the way believed in him. And when we signed him back up, he was like, I just believe he can do it. I believe he can go in there and win the belt. So I'm so happy for Adam Booth as well. The only problem is now Adam's going to have to redo all his t-shirts, so it's going to cost him a few quid with the extra star.
Exactly, yes. You said you spoke to Eddie. I know he was doing a watch along out in New York.
He's getting him a Rolex.
Is he?
Yeah. Josh asked, and he went before, you know.
How many Rolexes
if you win a world title.
I don't think I'm going to win a world title, but I can interview a world title list.
No, he hasn't bought me any Rolexes. But then in all fairness, I haven't gone in there and done anything
exactly
like that.
But what was his, obviously, I knew he was doing a watch along, he was watching the fight out in New York. What did he say to you?
He was delighted.
Yep.
Delighted. I mean, it was very hit and miss, and it was mostly Josh speaking, shouting for his Rolex, but he was delighted. You know, what a run it's been as well. What a time for British boxing. You know, we're flying right now.
Yeah, we spoke about that, yeah.
Yeah, Dalton Smith winning just two weeks ago or 3 weeks ago now, and now tonight, performance like that, we're flying, right?
Well, it was a time it was only Nick Ball.
Yeah.
Now we've got 6 male world champions, so long may that continue.
100%.
What's next then? Jamie Ward said to you post-fight, he mentioned it to Josh. Yeah. Josh, I know you said that he's already signed for the Boots Ennis fight.
Yeah,
is that next?
Boots is focused on the Ortiz fight, of course. But if that doesn't happen, this fight could be sure be next. This gives us options. You know, this gives us huge options. You've got Abbas and Xander tonight as well, and that could be a massive unification down the line as well. But we'll do.
How's my questions, Jamie? All right? How's my questions? All right?
Amazing.
Mate, nearly as good as Jamie's, to be fair. You know, the ego's out of control. He's got his own parking backstage, everything. Yeah, sorry, we were saying
Boots.
Boots. The Ortiz fight is the fight that's been spoken about a lot. But if that doesn't happen, there's no reason this fight can't happen. You know, there's massive fights to be made. But Josh, like I say, has put himself in that. He's probably in the top 5 names in British boxing right now. You know, when you think about it. World title, always had the profile, has had everything. And he's got the world at his feet.
Well, some Sunderland players just walked by us, I believe. And Josh has spoke about, I believe that Sunderland players play for Sunderland.
I haven't got a clue.
I've got no idea as well, Frank, to be fair.
Couldn't tell you who the Real Madrid squad was, you know.
No, I can tell you the Real Madrid squad, I just don't know the Sunderland squad. So Stadium Light then.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Yep. Or do you think Boots Ennis will come to a cold winter's night and a cold night?
I think Boots is up for anything. He does big numbers. You know, he's obviously a big star. There's huge fights to be made. We're in a great place. You know, when you think about whichever route, you know, if Boots fights Ortiz, that's a massive fight. Josh Kelly, there's big fights out there to be made back over here in the UK. Let's see what happens.
Well, final one, run down the card for me. Big Leo Tang.
Yeah.
Turhan didn't get the job done tonight as we thought she would. So a good night of boxing all round.
Yeah, look, I thought the Elif Turhan fight was a bit disappointing, in truth, I have to be honest. But she's been knocking people out for fun. and you know, you're going to run into those kind of fights. And I'm sure she'll want to come back and prove herself with another big KO next time out. Leo Atang, what a brilliant performance, and so cool, calm, and mature, and, you know, composed. You know, I think in the second round he was frustrated that he hadn't got the finish, or, you know, he was going for it too much. And when he came back out in the third round, chilled, you know, you could see, you know, that he was ready to go and do what he did. And what a finish! He's 4-4, 4 KOs. You know, it's been a great run already. He's back out on Feb 21 on that. Lee Wood, Josh Warrington undercard, huge sold-out card in Nottingham a few weeks from now, and great win for Josh Padley as well. You know, look, I feel like he had to prove a lot after the Reece Bellotti fight, and he showed that tonight. He becomes the European champion tonight. He's 3 titles in 3 fights with us, you know, in a year. Spectacular, spectacular. And he actually is. Here is Josh Kelly.
There's the champ. I'll probably try and zoom in. It's a bit dark, but there's the champ there.
There you go.
There you go.
What a night.
I'll see you in Nottingham February
Andrew
21st.
McCart, I'll see you there.
Thank you. Thank you,
later.
Frank.